Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I make this bunny scrunchie. Easter is coming and you should make something nice for your daughter or niece or anybody, or for yourself. So I have two pieces of fabric here. One is 5 inches by 17 inches and then the other piece is 6 inches by 14 inches. So now I'm just going to concentrate on the bigger piece for now, but this one I'm going to sew it along this edge. That will be like the actual scrunchie where the elastic is going to be, and this other one is going to be for the ears. So I'm going to fold this into 2 and then fold it again, so now it's like into 4. I'm going to use my chalk to draw the bunny ear. It's kind of like a leaf, but I had a bit of struggle doing this particular part because I'm not really good at drawing, but if it's easy to figure out for you, then kudos to you. I'm just going to use my chalk to draw something that looks like a leaf, but then it's not really a leaf. Here I'm just marking where my curve is going to start and where it's going to end, and then I'm also figuring out where the place that's going to be like the highest point of the curve. Yeah, this seems very mathematical, but really it's not. So I'm just going to use my chalk to draw the curve, and I'm going to grab my scissors so I can cut along that line that I just drew. You can download patterns online so you can be able to draw this properly instead of stressing yourself trying to draw parabola. So I'm cutting this off. I do not need that middle mountain I drew, but just bear with me, okay? So I'm going to open it up now, and then you see what it looks like. You see that part did not need to be there, but I drew it anyways. So I'm going to fold it into 2. Make sure your curves are really nice, and you grab your sewing machine and sew along the 2 edges. You can give this a good press, so sew from there to there and there to there, and leave that place open so you can use it to turn it inside out. You can pin it down if you're someone who sews with pins like me, but if you can sew without pins, you can just skip this part and go ahead and sew in the machine. So when you get done pinning this down, you also pin the other part down and you sew that as well. You can definitely skip this part if you do not use pins. And down, you're just going to grab the other one. So now I've sewn the 2 pieces. I'm just going to turn the both of them inside out. Take out your pins, ensure you don't have pins left inside so you don't injure yourself while you're trying to turn it inside out. I eventually made some little incisions round. Be careful when you're doing this, do not cut the actual seam, the stitch, do not cut it, just cut round so that it'll be easier to turn it inside out. And you can definitely just turn it inside out and give it a good press if you're pretty good at it, but for me, I prefer to cut round like this before I actually turn it inside out. I don't do it if it's a straight line anyways. So there's actually a tool for turning this inside out, but I do not have it. And if I do find it online, I'll definitely put it in my description box so you can know what it is. So I just use my pen. There's always something you can use in the house. So I use my pen to get this one done from both ends. So if you have a pen, you can definitely use that. If you have a really tiny ruler, you can use that as well. You can use the edge of a fork. Really, you can use anything. There's always something to use, but do not use a scissors, do not use a knife. So now I'm just going to pop stitch round so I can close that in, but first off I'll turn out the other piece as well. So I had to take out my pins. Please do not forget to take out your pins so you don't injure yourself eventually. So you turn this inside out with whatever tool you eventually figured you could use. I'm using my pen again. And when you're done, you have two funny looking pieces for your scrunchie. Don't worry, we're not done yet, we're almost done. So when you're done turning this inside out, you can actually use your iron to give it a good press so it's like really straight and nice and fine, which is what I did actually. So now I'm just going to cut my elastic. So I took this elastic out of the bed sheet that I wasn't using anymore. Actually, the fabric is the bed sheet. It has these lizards on it that do not look appealing to sleep on, so I decided to use it to make clothes or do other DIYs. So I'm going to grab my safety pin, attach it to one end of the elastic, and then use my regular pins to attach the other end to the scrunchie fabric. Now I'm going to feed the safety pin through this long tunnel or hole till I get to the other end. If you have other ways of getting this done, definitely use that, but this is the way I do this. So once it gets to the other end, I pull it out, and then I take out my safety pin. I also take out the pin on the other end and then make a very tight knot with the two ends. So once you're done making the knot, you make sure it's very tight and safe, and then you push it inside the scrunchie, hide it away, and then fold one end of the raw edge inside, then grab the other raw edge and tuck it inside like you're tucking in a pillow. So you tuck that inside, make sure it's neat when you do it. Tuck the other raw edge inside so you can hide it away. So when you're doing this, make sure that the place where you have the seam on one end is aligned with the other end so that it doesn't look funny. So this is what it will look like when you're done. You're just going to use your sewing machine to make stitches. You can actually hand stitch this instead of using your sewing machine. This way it's kind of like no sewing machine needed. So now I'm going to top stitch round so I can close that place where I had to use to turn it inside out. Make your seam as close to the end as possible. Now I'm done with this part, and this is what it looks like. I'm just going to tie this, and my bunny scrunchie is done. You can make it in different colors and different fabrics. I actually tied it the wrong way here, but eventually I corrected myself in the picture that I took. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.